Hello managers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monica Chandel. I qualified my UGC NET in June 2019 in my first attempt. So today we will discuss the Unit 3 Topic 1 Strategic Role of HRM, that is Human Resource Management. Students from each unit view will be asked 10 questions, 2 marks for each question. So every unit is important. If you want to give weightage to any specific unit, that's on you. So let's start with today's discussions. So the topic we will cover in today's lecture are definition of management and strategic and HRM, HR roles, activities and challenges, HRM objectives and functions, HRM trends, strategic HR management. So let's start with what is management. Management is a set of principles relating to the functions of planning, organizing, directing and controlling, and the application of these principles in harnessing physical, financial, human and informational resources efficiently and effectively to achieve organization goals. According to F.W. Taylor, management is an art of knowing what to do, when to do, and see that it is done in the best and cheapest way. According to Harlan Coons, management is an art of getting things done through and with the people in formally organized group. It is an art of creating an environment in which people can perform and individuals can cooperate towards attaining of group goals. So through these definitions we can say that in management people play very important roles. They do the management work. So management relates to functions of planning, organizing, directing, controlling and application to harness the physical, financial, human and informational resources efficiently. We have limited resources, so these resources need to be utilized efficiently so that organizational goals can be achieved. Management can be defined in detail in the following categories: management as a process, management as an activity, management as a discipline, management as a group, management as a science, management as an art, management as a profession. There are basically 5 primary functions of management which we discussed in the earlier definition. These are planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. Thing to remember, there are basically 5 primary functions. So there are basically 5 primary functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. The controlling function comprises coordination, reporting and budgeting. The controlling function comprises of coordination, reporting and budgeting, and hence the controlling function can be broken into these 3 separate functions. Based upon these 7 functions, Luther Glueck coined the word POSDCORB, which generally represents the initials of these 7 functions, that is P stands for planning, O for organizing, S for staffing, D for directing, CO for coordination, R for reporting and B for budgeting. But planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling are widely recognized functions of management. Now we will discuss what is HRM. Human resource management is the process of recruiting, selecting, inducting employees, providing orientation, imparting training and development, appraising the performance of employees, deciding compensation and providing benefits, motivating employees, maintaining proper relation with employees and their trade unions, ensuring employee safety, welfare and healthy measures in compliance with labor laws of the land, and finally following the orders, judgments of the concerned High Court and Supreme Court, if any, In short, human resource management is a strategic approach. It is a strategic approach to the effective management of people. People means human resource in a company or organization such that they help their business gain a competitive advantage. So from the effective management, the company can gain an effective management that effective the business can gain a competitive advantage, that is efficient human resources. The difference in the interpretation of HRM have created two different schools of thought. There are two different schools of thought. One is soft and another is hard. Given by Storey 1992. The soft school of thought focuses on employee training, development, commitment and participation. This school defines HR functions aimed at developing and enhancing motivation, commitment and quality of employees. The hard school of thought deals with strategy, where human resources are used to achieve organization focus on quality of employees. Hard school focuses on using human resources to achieve organizational goals. ये organizational oriented, this is organizational oriented, and the soft school is employee oriented. It concentrates on cost control, headcount strategies, especially in business processes like downsizing, lowering the wages, reducing comfort breaks, etc. Here is the HRM process. Recruitment, it can be internal recruitment, external recruitment, selection, then training on the job or off the job, assessing performance, traditional method, modern methods, motivating, reward and benefits, and through recognition. Then compensating, maintaining labor relations, health, welfare and safety of employees, complies to labor laws. We will briefly discuss these in OD lectures. Role of HR: acquisition, development, motivation and maintenance. A D M M: acquisition, development, motivation and maintenance. Activities included in HRM are human resource planning, recruitment and selection, placement and induction, training and development, compensation wage plans, designing incentive wage plans. In the net you can be asked the question, arrange the activities according to their orders, or what are the activities of HRM, which is from the above, which is from the below is not an HRM activity. So this is very simple, just learn the process of HRM and you can also learn the activities of HRM. Challenges of HRM faced by HR professionals: A. Managing workforce diversity, meeting aspiration of employees, empowerment of employees, management of human relations, dynamic personal policies and programs, building responsive organization, creating dynamic work culture, building core competence and creating competitive advantage, and outsourcing HRM functions. Challenges of HRM faced by organization over the last few decades: technology, economic conditions, social, political, labor legislation, workforce diversity, level of education, corporate reorganization, competitive advantage. Challenges of HRM into three broad groups: at organizational level, it can be workplace level or department level. Challenges of human resource management faced in the 20th century. Major challenges of HRM in retail industry: recruitment, training and development, compensation, attrition and retention. You can go to net and search for important terms of HRM. If you want me to make on video on important terms in HRM, then please let me know in the comment section. I will do that. HRM objectives proportion: recruitment, selection and positioning includes 55% of the HRM process, training and development 46%, compensation 36%, industrial relations 28%. HRM objectives: the primary objective of HRM is to ensure the availability of a competent and willing workforce to an organization. Beyond these, there are other objectives too. Specifically, HRM objectives are fourfold. societal, organizational, functional, and personal. So based on the objectives of HRM, we have HRM functions. In order to realize the objective stated above, HRM must perform certain functions. These functions have been stated while outlining the scope of HRM. Generally, it may be stated that there is a correlation between the objectives and the function. In other words, some functions help to realize specific objectives. HRM objective: societal objectives include supporting functions, legal compliance, benefit, union management, relations, which are related to the society in which organization resides. Organizational objective, which are related to whole of the organization, that is human resource planning, employee relations, selection, training and development, appraisal, placement and assessment. Functional objectives: appraisal, placement and assessment. Personal objectives: training and development, appraisal, placement, compensation and assessment. Functional and personal objectives can intersect with each other. Trends: AI, that means artificial intelligence, to become a standard tool for recruiters. Growing usage of data analytics. Blacklist for CV fraudsters, emphasis on background checks. Impetus to create a healthy work culture will add value to HR roles. Marketing and branding will be an integral part of the HR functions. Now we will discuss what is strategic human resource management. Strategic human resource management is the connection between a company's human resource and its strategies, objectives and goals. So strategic management refers to strategies, objectives and goals, and strategic human resource management refers to connection between human resource and its strategies, objectives and goals. The aim of strategic human resource management is to advance flexibility, innovation and competitive advantage, develop a fit for purpose organizational culture, improve business performance. No strategy, no matter how well designed, will work unless the organization has the right people with the right skills and behaviors in the right roles, motivated in the right way and supported by the right leaders. Components of SHRM. We have 4 components. First is human resources, primary source of competitive advantage of the firm. Second is activities. HR programs and practices are the means for deploying people of a firm to gain competitive advantage. Pattern and plan. There is a fit between HR strategy and the firm's business strategy and between all HR activities. Purposeful. People, activities and plans are directed towards the achievement of organizational goals. Principle of SHRM. Prince 1997 mentioned 10 principles of SHRM which he claimed are measurable in some way and can be used for benchmarking. We will discuss this later on. Benchmarking. These are given below. Principle of comprehensiveness. HRM should be closely matched to business objective. Principle of coherence. Allocation and activities of HR integrated into a meaningful whole. Principle of control. Effective organization requires a control system for cohesion and direction. Principle of communication. Strategies understood and accepted by all employees. Open culture with no barriers. Principle of credibility. Staff trust top management and believe in their strategies. Principle of commitment. Employees motivated to achieve organizational goals. Principle of change. Continuous improvement and development essential for survival. Principle of competence. Organization competent in achieving their objectives dependent on individual competence. Principle of creativity. Competitive advantage come from unique strategies. Principle of cost effectiveness. Competitive 10 reward promotion system. These can be stated as 10 C's of SHRM. Understood? Difference between HRM and SHRM. Responsibility of HR program: staff, personnel in HR department, line managers. All managers responsible for people are HR managers. Focus of activities: employee relations and partnership. In SHRM, partnership with internal and external groups. Role of HR: reactive and transactional. In SHRM, it is proactive and transformational. Change leader, initiative for change. In traditional HRM, it is slow, piecemeal and fragment, not integrated with larger issues. In SHRM, it is fast, flexible and systematic. Change initiatives implemented in concert with other HR systems. Time horizon: short term. SHRM is considered various time frame as necessary: short, medium or long term. Control: bureaucratic control through rules, procedure and policies. Organic control through flexibility, as few restrictions on employee behavior as possible. Job design: focus on scientific management principles and division of labor, independence and specialization. SHRM broad job design, flexibility, teams and groups and cross training. Important investments: capital, products, technology and finance. People and their knowledge, skills and abilities. Investment center, cost center. Model of SHRM. There are several models of SHRM. These can be called as processes also of SHRM. There are several models of SHRM. Two representing models which are divergent are discussed below in brief to show the processes of SHRM. Michigan model, Tichy, given by Tichy, proposed this model. According to this model, the strategy and not the vice versa influence HRM. The model shows, depicting in a figure calling it HR cycle, how activities with HRM can be unified and designed to support the organizational strategy. In the HR cycle, the model flows 4 generic processes or functions that are performed by the HR system in all organizational, that is selection, appraisal, reward and development. These 4 processes reflect sequential managerial tasks, and performance is the function of all these 4 components. Harvard model. Deere proposed this model. This model stresses the human side of the HR through emphasizing psychological objectives, including motivating people by involving them in decision making and developing a culture based on trust and teamwork. Within the model's map, 4 strategic policies areas are addressed, that is HR flow into, through and out of the organization. Reward system designed to attract, motivate and keep employees. Employer influence, controlling level of authority, power and decision making. Work systems, defining and designing jobs to get the most productive result. These 4 policies result in the 4 C's, namely commitment, congruence, competence and cost effectiveness. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, then don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. We will meet in the next lecture. Till then, take care.